Swastiastu. Hello, I'm Nyoman and today I would like to present a kind of review of my teaching model. So, this teaching model on degrees of comparison for grade 8 is presenting a structured and well organizing learning design that aligns clearly with the current Indonesian curriculum framework. One notable new element in this model is the explicit integration of the communicative language teaching and task-based learning within a grammar-focused topic. Rather than presenting a comparison degrees purely as the forms and rules, the model positions them as the tools for communication, so especially through speaking-based classroom activities, and I also involved quite a lot of speaking activity in this model. So another new aspect in the use is the use of interactive speaking games such as chain comparison and guess the word. So these activities encourage spontaneous language use and then reducing the reliance of students' written drills and provide students with the repeated exposure to comparative and superlative structures in the meaningful context. And this approach reflects a shift from traditional grammar instruction toward the action-oriented language learning, and which is particularly suitable for A1 until A2 level learners based on the grade of the model itself, that is for grade 8 for junior high school. And then also the model's strength lie in its coherence and the completeness. The learning objectives, the teaching approaches and methods activities are assessment, and also the assessment indicators are consistently aligned. And then the small class context is, I think, it is quite well utilized, and then allowing for frequent oral practice and individualized feedback. And the assessment system is also in a strong point as it balances cognitive and also the psychomotor. So I put it a balance in those points of the assessment. And also I provides a clear rubrics for evaluating understanding, oral performance, responsiveness, and the written output, so that I can make a more detailed assessment for my students in the course itself, and then can make the better evaluation to report their improvement in a course like that. And then in addition, the inclusion of learners' characteristics and prerequisite knowledge demonstrate pedagogical awareness. And the model does not assume advanced proficiency but builds on students' existing familiarity with their basic adjectives and simple sentence pattern, which support gradual and achievable learning progression, I think. And then however, instead of the strength of the model, my model also have several limitations or the weaknesses, such as while speaking activities are well developed, listening input I think is relatively limited and mostly teacher centered. So it is only for the teacher that listen while the students speak. So there is a lack of listening comprehension in this module. Maybe in the next model or in the next lesson, I would provide more varied language exposure for improve their other language skills like that. And then the model does not clearly differentiate between the controlled and free writing activities, which may limit opportunities for the creative language production. And another area that could be improved is the contextual diversity. And most examples and activities are just focused on general objects or animals, and maybe that could be improved by making the more personal and cultural or real life students context. Well, I think that's all I can say about the review of my own model. Thank you for watching. Om Santi 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 Om, and goodbye.